Hello on YouTube and welcome on Instagram. Come on in, everybody. It's Dr. Dion Napier with Amplify Vocal Studio. If you guys are new here, I am a commercial style voice coach exclusively to opera singers and bel canto voice teachers. These are people who trained extensively in university voice performance programs, and you sing stuff like German lieder and French melody and Italian art songs and opera arias, but you want to learn how to reconnect with your contemporary voice, which was your first voice. I'm your girl. Okay, those are the singers that I help, and I love to do it. So come on in. What I want to talk about really quickly, there was a great comment that I got from a singer in DMs, and I want to talk about it and give you guys a couple of exercises that you can use to help you with mixed voice, to find balanced mix. So let me just read what she put because it was so good. She said she and her friend talk a lot about how foreign the concept of mix is for them as opera singers. Okay. So she said, obviously we learned the classical chiaroscuro mixing of the voice, but that is a head dominant sound. And she's right in the classical context. The musical theater and pop mix is one we've never been taught or quite able to crack. Okay, that's what I want to help y'all with today. She said, I can do a full chest belt. I've been able to extend that up to D5 or E flat 5 and then head voice high notes. But I spend a lot of time playing around with getting a healthy thin edge, not overly head dominant mix to come out. I've used a lot of speech-like exercises that have been helpful, but it's definitely something I want a better handle on. I've transitioned to doing more musical theater than opera, so I'd love to have a consistent mix in my arsenal. Okay, so that's what she's saying. So classical singers, this comes up a lot. How do we get that balanced mix coordination without dragging that chest voice up so high, and then having, of course, that pure head voice that we know, did I say head voice? Without dragging the chest voice high, and then having that pure head voice that we learned in classical. How do we find that balanced mix chiaroscuro that we need to sing theater and pop music? So one thing that you guys can do is an exercise to find that. It's going to be gui, gui, ga, ga. So whenever we usually have an E vowel, gui, that leans to our head voice. So classical singers, y'all familiar with that. So I want to start from a place that you're familiar, and then we're going to shift that vowel to a more neutral vowel position, which is going to be ga. Okay, so this is the thing that's different, because in classical and opera training, we either learn low larynx like this or high larynx like this, right? For pop music, and it's like, nah, it's either classical or pop. No, we want that balanced mix coordination where the larynx is neutral, and the vowel is going to get you to that neutral or speech level type of sound quality. So the exercise is going to be gui, gui, ga, ga. Sorry, I played wrong note. Gui, gui, ga, ga. Now, I'm intentionally starting from head down, okay? Because classical singers, you are used to bringing head voice down into everything. That's that classical chiaroscuro that the singer was talking about. But that's not going to give you a contemporary theater pop sound. You have to learn how to blend in some of that pharyngeal resonance. You have to learn how to blend some of the pharyngeal resonance into the mix, okay, for it to not sound classical. I'll just say it that way. So again, gui, gui, ga, ga. Next one, gui, gui, ga, ga. Now I'm gonna tell you, as you start to do this, it's gonna feel uncomfortable. You're going to be making sounds that you're not used to making. It's not going to be smooth, especially when you hit that A4, that bridge, ga, and you have an option. You can either sing it with a little bit more, I would say, chest, ga, or you could mix it, ga. You have an option. So you have to play around and figure out what you want to do. But just know it's going to feel shaky. It's going to feel unstable, but just keep going, okay? Gui, gui, ga, ga. Next one. Gui, gui, ga, ga. You hear that, ladies? We had voice, we had voice. God, that's mix. God, that's a mix, but it's got a little bit more chest in it. Okay, so this is what you do to build those coordinations so you have a balanced mix. Let's keep going. We, God. And I would even encourage you to stop on that third pitch, because those are going to be the tricky ones. The top ones are going to be more head dominant, especially as you get higher. But then that middle one right there in that bridge is going to be what's kind of raggedy. So just make yourself, just plant yourself right there and train those muscles to figure out, okay, what how do we balance here? Okay, that's what you're doing. You're just learning new coordination so you get a different sound quality. Keep going. Okay, so that's one exercise. Gui to ga, neutral ga, to get you more at a speech level quality, which is your balanced mix in contemporary. Now, once you've done that, we want to pull the trainer wheels off. When I say trainer wheels, we're going to come out of that E vowel, which leans towards head voice, and we're going to do the same arpeggio descending, but we're going to start on ga. So you're going to go right to that speech level neutral larynx position, ga, and see if you can maintain the sound from there. So, God. Not classical singers. God. Right? You would do something like that in classical. That's not what I'm saying. We're emphasizing more of that pharyngeal resonance in the blend so it doesn't sound so classical. God. Come down. I hope y'all can hear the difference. Let me know if you have any questions. I keep looking at my clock because I got somebody coming in 5 minutes. But I hope you can hear the difference. Let me know if you have any questions. These are simple arpeggiated exercises strategically used to help you get into a more contemporary sound. What are God. Okay, so this exercise is using the G, ga. That's gonna pull those vocal cords together firmly, and then you have the which gives you a neutral larynx position, which locks you into a more speech-like sound, less classical, and then you're in the balanced mix coordinations. Okay, where you've got a blend of chest resonance, also that middle mix resonance, and then also some head voice resonance as well. Okay, so that's what I would give you to help get a contemporary mix. Any questions before I have to hop off? Any questions? I wish I could spend more time with y'all, but I can't. Any questions about that? How to get a contemporary balanced mix coming from operatic background, coming from classical singing. I see you guys on here. Thank you for being here with me live. I see you all. Welcome. Well, I will tell you that next week, September 3rd through the 6th, I am hosting my free 4-day vocal cross-training event called Traction. And thank you for the hearts over here. Called Traction 2.0. It is exclusively for classically trained singers, professional opera singers, bel canto voice teachers, also professional musical theater singers who have had some classical training. You're welcome to join as well. And we're going to be going over these things. How do we get back to our contemporary sound? I call it revive your contemporary voice and realign with your divine purpose, honey, because that's my mission. I want to get you back to the contemporary sound that you've been making, that you were making when you were a child and you got removed from it in the university setting, and now you want to go back and sing that. That's what I'm doing. So in Traction, I'm going to be teaching you the basics of how to get a contemporary mix, how to get a contemporary belt. You know what I'm saying? How to sing in the bridges in contemporary, because it's not the same as classical. And then we're also going to confront and destroy self-limiting beliefs, some of the trauma, some of the hurtful things, some of the limitations and mindset blocks that came out of that university system that's keeping you from progressing into this commercial sound We're going to deal with that through a powerful prayer session. So it's going to be a great 4 days. If you are a university trained classical singer, professional opera singer, or voice teacher, just DM me the word traction on Instagram and I will send you the link. Thank you, Whitney. You said something sounds amazing. Thank you so much. I don't know what you said. Let's see. It looks like there's a question in the bubble. I sing Arabic, Maqam. I hope I'm not pronouncing it wrong. Mostly from chest. Always struggle with head voice. Any advice? Yeah, you need to do some things to strengthen your head voice. I mean, this sounds like more of a foundational technique issue, which my singers are not dealing with foundational technique things. My singers that I'm called to serve already have a solid vocal technique. They're just trying to learn how to take this classical sound and technique and insert it into a contemporary context so they don't sound so classical. So, hey, what's up, Corey? So it sounds like you sing mostly chest dominant, the young lady that asked the question. So you need to strengthen your head voice. You need to get some targeted, isolated vocal exercises to build the muscles and coordinations in your head voice. So here's a question from Whitney. Corey, you good? Glad you're here, friend. Let's see. Whitney said, can you share a quick bio of your vocal experience and background and what you do now? Yeah, I will really quick. So I came from a university background. I have 3 degrees in vocal performance. I studied at 2 universities, 1 conservatory. I did the whole thing. I liked it, but it was not ever just like deeply in my heart to want to be a professional opera singer. But if you went to a university and trained in voice, you know that is that one track that they steer you on. But that was just not in my heart. And so once I graduated, I got the doctorate, I did all the things. I was done. I was like, I don't want to sing classical music anymore. It was not exciting to me anymore. I was kind of bored with it, but I could not access that contemporary commercial sound that I was singing when I was in church as a kid. You know, when I was just singing with the radio, singing, sitting on my dad's lap at home, I couldn't access that voice anymore. And it brought a lot of discouragement to my heart. And I was like, I spent all these 12 years in university and I still cannot make the sounds that I want to make to sing the commercial music that I want to sing. So it set me out on a journey to discover, how do I get back to this commercial style voice? Where is it? I know I still have it. I feel it. I want to do it, but I need somebody to help me. So I connected with the commercial coach in Nashville music industry, and she gave me the contemporary vocal training tools to help me reconnect with that commercial sound. And so now I am straight up on a mission to help classical singers that come from the university programs like I did, help you all reconnect with your commercial sound and realign with your divine purpose, because everybody is not designed or called by God to go be a professional opera singer. That is the one track that the university steers you on, but everybody is not designed for that. Okay. And so I love helping singers really unpack and discover more gifts and talents that they possess that they haven't had time to focus on going after degrees. And I like to help them open up that revelation so they can see how that can be coupled with their singing to fulfill the bigger vision, or I'll say God's bigger vision for them in the earth. So that's the stuff that I do, y'all. I got somebody waiting on me. I love y'all, but send me an inbox. That's fine. No, I'm not singing. I'm on here teaching and telling people about my traction event. So if you want to come, DM me the word traction. You will have to answer 3 entry questions. If you don't answer them, you will be declined with feedback. Answer the entry questions. Okay. This is a curated community specifically for opera singers and bel canto voice teachers. Y'all, I love y'all, but I gotta go. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.